Washington weekend for the 60th anniversary of the end of World War II. 3 local brothers were among those honored. Glenn Barber is here with their story. Glenn?
Colleen, Honor Flight was started to fly veterans on a trip that otherwise many would never be able to take. It's a tribute to their service in World War II. This quiet farmhouse just outside Eaton is home to a grateful veteran of war.
I felt guilty that I had 3 brothers serving.
78-year-old Ernest Venable fought his way into World War II to fight alongside his 3 older brothers.
And this ship is sailing next Tuesday. We're going back to the Aleutians, and we've got to have a chief. And you're the best shot we got.
Just 18 years old, he became chief engineer aboard a U.S. Army Transportation Service ship. Brother James, now 80 years old, was drafted and became an Army infantryman.
Everything just stopped, and we had lost a lot of men.
83-year-old Rufus, commonly called RB, was among the first in this family to join the war effort. He signed up to be a sailor.
At midnight, I think it was, I received orders before we pulled out that I was being attached to the Marines.
The oldest Venable brother, William, was an Army intelligence officer. He passed away more than a decade ago. Today, this band of brothers looks over old photos reflecting on their service to the country.
History shows that this was the greatest war of all. You don't just spend 60 years going around thinking about the war, but you didn't forget it.
The Venable brothers of Southwest Ohio say they were privileged to fight during the Second World War. 60 years later, a weekend ceremony in the nation's capital paid tribute to the more than 16 million men and women who served.
Please know fully what your service has meant to America.
But less than 2 years ago, the World War II Veterans Memorial was first opened. Critics say this honor came half a century too late.
I can't help but feel good that it's there now. That a lot of people not going to be able to see it. They're gone, like my older brother Bill. But I'm real thankful that it's there now.
The Venable brothers and so many veterans like them don't dwell on what should have been. After all 4 brothers made it home alive.
I was blessed. The Lord blessed me. I think he honored my parents' prayers.
Now, on the eve of this remarkable anniversary, they will take to the sky in an honor flight from Ohio to Washington, D.C. It's a new opportunity for local veterans to get a final chance to see the memorial built in their honor.
And it honors those that did not make it home.
And tonight at 6 o'clock, travel with the Venable brothers and more than 30 other local World War II veterans on honor flight and meet the Miami Valley man who's honoring the veterans by providing these meaningful trips for free. For now, I'm Glenn Barber reporting live to News First.
A Miami Valley man is on a mission of honor.
That's right. He's launched free flights for veterans, giving them a chance to see the National Memorial built in tribute to their service. Glenn Barber is here now with the emotional journey. Glenn?
Colleen, Dan, Honor Flight first took off earlier this year, and this past weekend was the 4th flight made possible by donations from the Dayton Area Chamber of Commerce and others. The Clark County man behind it all calls World War II vets heroes, and now he has become a hero to them. Before sunrise, 37 Miami Valley World War II veterans arrive at Dayton International Airport.
All right, straight on over there.
They're about to embark on a flight of honor, a special tribute to their service to the country.
There's 3 of you, my goodness.
Among those taking off, Ernest, James, and Rufus Venable, 3 brothers, 3 World War II veterans.
To make this dream a reality.
46-year-old Earl Morse is the founder of Honor Flight. On the 60th anniversary of the end of World War II, he's organizing the biggest trip of its kind to date.
We are honored to be in your presence.
Honor Flight takes a commercial jet for the first time with a special tribute to the hero passengers as they taxi down the runway and take off on a trip many thought they'd never take. In Washington, D.C., the Ohio World War II veterans descend on a memorial built in their honor.
Beautiful. We should have had it years ago.
The oldest surviving Venable brother, Rufus, delivers a flag that used to fly over the National Cemetery in Dayton. Today, it represents the 400,000 men and women who died in the war, a gift from Ohio.
I think of this 400,000 that didn't make it home and gave their all for what we benefit by today.
Venable tours the grounds with his surviving brothers, but William, the oldest Venable vet, passed away before the memorial was built.
That would have been super great to have Brother Bill with us.
To get to take this trip with my two living brothers is very exciting to me.
The trip is equally exciting for the man who made it all possible.
The group of veterans that are the most appreciative, the most stoic, most patriotic people you will ever meet are your World War II veterans. For them to finally have a memorial, yet no way to get out here and see it, was very disheartening to me.
Morris is a retired Air Force captain who's now a physician's assistant at the VA Medical Clinic in Springfield. He says Honor Flight was born out of necessity. By some estimates, World War II veterans are now dying at a rate of more than 1,000 a day, many of them buried right here in the National Cemetery. Now in their 80s and even 90s, the veterans are simply too old to travel alone or can't afford to make the trip. So Honor Flight aims to fly as many of them as possible to Washington before it's too late.
For their sacrifices and their accomplishment to go unrecognized by the majority of the United States simply because they have no way to come out here and see their memorial.
It's a thought Morris couldn't bear, so as a member of the Wright Pat Aero Club, he turned to his fellow pilots for help. Ever since, they've been flying their heroes to the memorial on private planes. The veterans don't pay for anything.
And it is our honor and privilege to be able to do what we do.
Oh, he's a wonderful person. I think it's one of the most outstanding things you could ever see.
A memorial to World War II, etched with images of battle and sacrifice, built to honor the 16 million men and women who served. They fought together as brothers in arms, and now the Venable brothers of Southwest Ohio have witnessed this show of gratitude.
When you get home, tell them for us that for you to have your tomorrows, we gave our today.
I can't help but feel good that it's there now.
Yeah, I never thought I would ever experience anything this great.
And right now, there are just 2 more honor flights on private planes scheduled to take off from Springfield in October. But Earl Morris hopes to continue flying veterans to the memorial. Log on to honorflight.org for more information and to offer your support. Reporting live, I'm Glenn Barber to News First.
Great story.